Hey Tom, how you doing?
Hey Dick, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. So we're at the kind of Source Cave.
Oh, indeed, the audio lab. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And we've got some goodies, but
lots of goodies.
Star of the show, well, the newest member of the family, the Mavis.
Yeah, so Mavis, Moog's latest semi-modular analog synthesizer. Cute little, lovely, cuddly little thing. Yeah, this is the newbie. Really
Do you know
happy.
why it's called a Mavis?
No, pass. Pass. If
come
anyone
on.
should be an authority on this thing, it's probably me, and I have no idea.
I wasn't sure either. It's just kind of like, okay, well, but I'm guessing maybe there's a relative of some designer. It sounds like an old school, maybe kind of late Victorian, early century.
It does feel like a relevant thing.
Yeah.
You know, let's just make up. It's Bob's auntie. There you go.
Let's do that.
Probably.
So interesting. Kit form. This is obviously built, right?
Yeah, is indeed. So just like its predecessor, the Werkstatt, this does arrive as a kit form. I've timed myself now. I've built 3 of these, and it's about 8 minutes if you're fairly handy with a screwdriver and a nuts and bolts. Yeah, it does arrive as a kit form, but it's simply a matter of 4 or 5 screws and then putting the hex nuts in the front. Yeah, it's really, really simple, really, really easy to build, and it's quite satisfying. You can even name it. I don't know who's done that one, but yeah, it's a super, super simple kit, and at the end of it, you get a true monophonic Moog voice. So. Yeah, I mean, Mavis is a bit of a new vocabulary for Moog, so it does include all of our sort of signature pieces like the 24 dB ladder filter, super gnarly, buzzy, wave-shaping oscillator, but also this little nugget, which we've not seen on a Moog before. So this,
the folder.
Yeah, the folder. So the wavefolder in this unit is a diode-based wavefolder, so it's got a very particular sound. It's also gain-based, so there's no direct CV control of it, but you can apply like a DC offset to the signal to give you like some kind of pseudo control over that phone.
So it's whatever you put into it, right?
Yeah, so sort of like the vinyl concept of applying like a DC offset will make the wavefolder act differently. So
right, okay, cool.
That's been one thing that a couple of people have asked me today at the show. Oh, there's no CV control. Well, there is, but you sort of have to make your way around it in a particularly interesting way, and it makes it actually a bit more flexible because you can apply other bits and pieces.
I guess we need to hear a low note with a filter sweep.
You do indeed.
Obligatory.
So a little bit of resonance.
So it's classic ladder. It's no bass compensation.
No bass compensation whatsoever. So yeah, you can make it really super snarly if you like. So you've got all that classic Mooginess in there as well, but then you've also got the wavefolder. So this has caught a few people out today. The wavefolder is not patched in by default, so one of the first things you're going to want to do is chuck the oscillator into the wavefolder. The beauty of that is it means you can access the wavefolder externally with other modular signals. So when you hit that wavefolder, it basically just goes filter wavefolder, or folder into the filter, sorry. So if we just... So yeah, wave folding of a saw wave there, and we can apply filtering as well to that. So not your average sort of like Moog tonality when you put a wave folder in.
I heard some pulse width there earlier. Does it fold a square wave? Because that's quite unusual.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with squares are they're already quite. It's not going to give you. It's more like a kind of clipping vibe.
But it's quite. It's a nice sound.
Yeah, but it's
sort of like almost PWM, but a bit different.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there is PWM on here as well, so. And the beautiful thing I love about the Mavis particularly, so if you're familiar with the Werkstatt, these modulation sources were all on switches. One of the beautiful things I like about this synth in particular, they're on crossfaders. So I can use the envelope generator just to control the PWM, so that's your ADSR here.
Right.
But you can also have a blend of the two, or straight into an LFO. The LFO runs right into audio rates as well, so you can get...
Yeah, did I see that you could use the LFO for CV, or do CV control, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the LFO, yeah, absolutely. So you can actually use the LFO as a second oscillator as well. So you can take the keyboard CV output. I'll try not to knock your audio there, Nick.
That's all right.
Into the LFO rate, and then you can actually turn this LFO into a triangle, and then you can take the LFO output, which is that puppy there, and put that into the folder. And obviously a triangle will fold a bit more nicely into a wavefolder. So you're getting a much more how people would perceive a wavefolder to sound.
And does that LFO track over a couple of octaves? Is it? Oh, that sounds pretty. That sounds pretty solid.
It's basically the same circuit as that with less features. So again, you've got wave shaping on the LFO as well. So it goes from a triangle to a square. Just like you do on the oscillator here, it goes from saw to square. But again, folding a triangle, it's a way more obvious result. Way more obvious result.
One thing that struck me was like, why do you think they put the patch bay on the left and not on the right like they did on the Mother?
Well, for those that are au fait with the Moog semi-modulars that are dotted around the room, you'll see on like the DFAM and the subharmonicon and on the Mother 32, the patch bays are on the right. And it just so happens that Moog make a 104 HP case, so you can put your DFAM and a Mavis in the case, and the patch bays are right next to each other, so you're not getting the cable clutter. It's just it's all there. It's all there.
That makes sense.
It does. It really does. And it's again, like you say, that has caught a few people out. It really has. But the getting on to sort of like interacting with this with other modular systems. So one thing that struck me with Mavis when I first saw it was the amount of like ancillary stuff that's in there. So you've got a multiple, so 1 in 2 out mult. You've actually got like a -5 here, which can also be used as a level control. So whatever you put in the one, that's your level control for it. You've also got a stacked mixer here, so you can go in on 1, in on 2, and whatever comes out there, you've got control of it. 2 comes out at full range. You've also got an attenuator, which is a 5-volt offset, so you could have the LFO going into that and then do some FM control there. There's way more than you'd expect. It's definitely been designed by someone that's used a lot of modular gear and has gone, God, it'd be nice if it had an attenuator, it'd be nice if it had a mult. So it does. It plays really nicely with other modular gear, especially the Moog stuff, but I mean, it's just a really handy utilitarian
it's
kit.
full octave, isn't it?
Absolutely. But yeah, it's a fantastic little synth, super easy to build. It's cheap. I mean, it's what is it, $339? Yeah, it's great. I love the little thing. Really good. So yeah,
Thanks,
that's
Tom.
the Moog Mavis.
Nice one. Thank you, Tom.
Pleasure.